Sorry, I had to at the last minute as I was setting up for this morning change microphones, and that's because the cable I installed for my microphone, I'm on Christine's right now, has a buzz in it, and I couldn't replace it before we started, and so I am a bit flustered.
Oh yeah.
And now I am worried about my focus and all sorts of other stuff. But hey, we're here. We got a few things to talk about. I'm a bit uncomfortable with this thing on my left, and the damn cat keeps sticking her nails in my leg. Anyways, hello. Oh, whoa, that's the outro. Hello, everybody. Welcome to You Know What You're Done. Welcome to another daily cup of genre here on the Genreverse Podcast Network and YouTube channel, available wherever you get your podcast from. So if you're into Google or Apple, Spotify, any of those types of things, hey, we are there for you guys, and give us a follow. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. Please do hit that red subscribe button, and check out all the other great content that we've got here on the channel, covering Star Wars and Marvel stuff, other general geek pop culture, a lot of anime things on AVR Squared, and genre shot trailer reactions, which Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, looks like it's going to be filled with trailers. Hopefully we'll get some reactions out to you guys for those. I'm Kyle, that's Manny, and yeah, we're here to discuss some stuff. Like I mentioned, Manny actually has probably limited amount that he can actually say, but Manny, you got to see Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Why don't you tell us what you can say?
Actually, there's quite a bit. There's not much that we don't already know too much about that we can't. Of course, I'm not going to give you plot points and everything, but
Yeah.
basically, with the start of Phase 5, which we've been waiting for, because of the fact that Phase 4 has been such lackluster. There's been some good stuff, but I think that's as far as we can take it. And it was really putting Marvel back in the right direction towards an event. We finally got to see enough of Jonathan Majors as Kang, where he feels very threatening. One of the things I was talking to another editor about was the way Jonathan Majors acts and subtle things that he does, where he feels very threatening. He feels like the biggest person in the room. There's a couple of people who even were saying he feels like a bigger threat than Thanos.
Wow. Bold words.
And it's just really based on his acting, right? Because this isn't like a CG character or something that's animated. No, this is actually Jonathan Majors, acting and doing a great job at it. And not only that, I thought the Ant-Man and the Wasp was just really well balanced, especially for a 2-hour movie, which was great. That we didn't have another 3-hour movie. I'm getting sick and tired of 3-hour movies. So what basically I'm saying with balance is that, like, it keeps everything that you love about Ant-Man, because at the end of the day, it is an Ant-Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
So the relationship between Cassie and Scott, you learn a lot more about Hank's wife, Jane. I can't remember her name at the moment. It starts with a J.
No, Janet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so you learn about a little bit more about her in the quantum realm and things like that. So, like, all of that put together, and then, like, it's a good Ant-Man movie that actually does what you and I always expect a Marvel movie to do, and that's to move the plot forward, the overall plot.
Yeah.
It does it better than Doctor Strange. It does it better. Well, I don't think Black Panther was ever supposed to do anything like that. Well, let's just say it just does it better than any of the other movies. If anything, the thing that comes closest to is Loki, and that's the TV show, which is funny. but solid. It's solid. It's like,
Is it I know a lot of people have various feelings on Ant-Man and the Wasp, the second movie. Is it better than that?
oh yeah,
Okay.
Actually, and some of the thoughts also that's been going around is the way they built the Quantumania, or the Quantum Realm, sorry. They got to get those creative people on Star Wars. Just
Oh, really?
yeah, because the backgrounds and the characters that are just there, the aliens and everything are just really, like, interesting, but at the same time, like, you know, they really add to just kind of, you know, the place that they built, and it just looks good. And
Well, that was going to be my big question. You and I had expressed some concerns, more you than I, to go from the trailers about the CGI backgrounds, about the use of the volume. What do you think, man? Is it Shark Boy and Lava Girl, or does it actually kind of fit when it's all on the big screen?
it fits on the big screen.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's not too detracting.
no, isn't no. That's what I thought it was going to be also. But also, you're really invested in the characters.
Yeah.
In my case, so I didn't mind a couple of things. And then just the fact that it's maybe the backgrounds or things like that are obviously not real, but most of the characters are just actors. So you don't get distracted too much by bad CG, like you did sometimes in underwater shots for Black Panther, and definitely like She-Hulk and things like that. But of course,
Yeah.
that's a TV show, not a movie. And it also helped that a select few of us did get to watch it in at the IMAX at the Metreon in San Francisco, which is a huge screen. It's the biggest IMAX screen I've ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah, it actually makes our like local one look like a regular screen.
Well, they do have those, like, what do people call it, LiMAX, which are, you know, they're the right aspect ratio, but they're not the actual right size for a full IMAX and a full IMAX, which I've seen both. We've got a mini IMAX or LiMAX or whatever here where I live. But I've been to an official one, and not just like the ones that are at like museums or aquariums, but it is a huge screen, and it is creepy sometimes how big it can be. I'm glad that it sounds good, and you say that it drives things forward. Do you think, without giving away things, I already know how some things are tied in from previous stuff, do you feel like it's a genuine kind of weaving of all of 4 together, or does it feel kind of tacked on? Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh no,
I'm trying to be vague. Maybe it's something you and I will have to talk about offline then, because I don't want to spoil things for anyone. And here's the question: is this going to be an A+ from Nick?
Is the sun rising? It was a good movie, and honestly, I'm very excited to see it again, because I need to take my daughter to see it. She's a big fan of Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of father-daughter stuff in there too.
That's good.
And so that was really fun. That part of it was really fun to see Cassie like kind of like grow now and doing her own thing, and working with her dad. And that's one of the things I really liked about it too. So, but I've been a fan of Ant-Man for that reason for a while now as well. So, good stuff. And the best part of it, it's 2 hours long, man. It's not no
Avatar.
Avatar, Endgame, Black Panther,
Yeah.
Batman. I mean, all these movies are so long now that like it was nice. And just to save everybody some time, in case they're wondering, 2 end credit scenes. Let's just put it that way.
Okay. 2.
Two.
That's good to know. I enjoy knowing how many to expect. So one mid-credit and one like totally end. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet deal. Well, you guys will have to tune in next week, I guess, to hear everyone's thoughts. I know Breaking Geek Radio will likely cover it. No idea about our old Marvel show. Nick has a crazy new schedule, and it would be pointless to do Marvel Multiverse Mayhem on a Sunday when the movie hits on a Thursday, but maybe that show will be back for the weekly shows when Secret Invasion eventually releases. Yeah, let's talk about our one news story, something you and I near and dear to our hearts, theater related. Therefore, it's also streaming related, and that means prepare for some ranting. AMC is we don't have a browser. I can fix that for you guys. AMC is now considering itself and its theaters to be equivalent of a sports venue or a music venue where you pay based on the value of the seat. You know, in music venues, the closer up you are, center stage, all of that, the more expensive than say up on the stands. And similar for sports venues, the closer you are to the action, the more expensive they are. Theaters are going to be similar. To be honest, Manny, I didn't see this one coming a mile away. I really didn't. AMC is going to be starting with some locations in New York, Chicago, and Kansas City, and eventually expand this to all domestic AMC locations by the end of this year. Well, what is it going to look like? There's going to be 3 tiers. Basically, you're going to have a value tier, which is like seats up in the very, very front where people really don't want to sit, ADA, Americans with disabilities. And of course, then you're going to have the regular seats, which are your ones off to the side. And there's a bunch of those. Those are going to be whatever regular pricing is. And then you're going to have preferred, and these are called sight lines, and these are going to be the seats in the middle, the ones that everyone generally does like to get, and they're gonna cost more. AMC club members, where you got like the stubs, A-list, and stuff like that, they're going to be able to reserve preferred sight line at no additional cost. There's other benefits to belonging to their premium subscription service, or whatever you want to call their club, their membership. But there it is, man. Theaters are hurting so bad for money that now you're gonna pay based on where you're sitting, and that's because people won't go to the theaters and pay just the regular price of tickets. And I know money is hard. This is never me and Manny getting on to people that are dealing with financial hardships. It's not us ever saying, you know, how dare you buy bread instead of a movie ticket. This is to the people that are, I'm willing to wait. I don't want to pay. I'll pirate it. I want to see it, but I don't have to see it today. That type that really grinds my gears, because this, man, it takes money to run a business, whether you're the studio or the theater, and the theaters rely on traffic no matter how much a ticket generally costs. The point here isn't to just jack up prices on the best tickets. It's to entice people. Hey, we'll have a lower tier if you're willing to take a subpar seat. They need people in seats. They need to make money off of those seats. This is the way it's going to go. And I can now see this going to Regal and Independence. And what are your thoughts, Manny?
Well, until it goes to Regal, that's when it's a problem for me. So,
because that's what you use primarily.
Well, that's all we have in our area. In the Fresno area, you have a couple of Maya theaters, and not a couple, one, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have four Regal theaters.
Wow.
In Fresno, and then the theater here in Madera is actually locally owned. So it's a really stupid idea. If you're trying to get people in seats, the best way to do it is to make it more complicated and involve more money, and also setting a hierarchy of where you're sitting, and it just, you're taking away from the experience that is already a very difficult experience to come across. I mean, the only reason we can do it is because of the fact that so much as we have the Regal Rewards program, which is actually, for as much as we go to theaters, and I mean, like, we make choices. Like, we don't go out to eat as much, or we don't there's things we don't do to save money so we can do things like this.
This is your fun money.
Yeah.
Others choose Chinese food or pizza,
or
you
or,
choose
or yeah, or
movies.
choose whatever you're, you like to do to de-stress or just to relax and have a good time. For $21 a month, we watch as many movies as we want, as many during the day as we can go to, basically. And so we don't necessarily have this problem. We do like the fact that we do have the option of doing VIP, which is just a smaller theater with less seats, less people, and an area that is away from the general crowd, with its own concessions, which are included also and things like that. And it has its own bar and bathrooms, which is nice, which is really, really nice in some cases. Whenever we really want to treat ourselves, but we're kind of eating a little.
My Regal's just barely a theater. It's got an RPX screen, and that's it.
No, we have a couple of different Regals, and they have almost like tiers of like.
Yeah.
You have like.
I know there's nice.
We have like the center one, which is like very, very nice, which is the Edwards one, which actually has our 40X. It has Screen X. It has VIP. It has regular screens, and everything in between. And then we have another one, which is our newer one, which is a smaller one, a cozier one, in a new shopping center where that has the RPX screen. And then we have another one that's, it feels old now, but it was the first Regal to get upgrades. But that one has all of the seats in the theater are recliners, all of them, no matter which room you go into. But that one doesn't have any special screens. But that's where they play all the indie movies, so we end up there a lot.
Yeah.
Point being, we can sit wherever we want for the same price.
For now.
It's true for now, but I haven't seen necessarily Regal and AMC kind of do this kind of thing. And I think for Regal, or Cinemark actually, which is the parent company, watching AMC do this is the best way to get your numbers and watch them crash and burn. Because I don't know if you've been looking at the internet, but the reaction is very negative.
Oh yeah. So people are upset, and it's both people are rightly upset, but also we need to understand the whole needing money to function. And I've mentioned countless times that I see the theater experience becoming premium experiences only, where everything's a big format screen, or everything's a dine-in, or everything's going to have its kind of shtick, if you will. It's going to be it's going to price out the average person, and that sucks, man, because to me, sure, the recliners are nice. I like expanded menus. I'm not a fan of the like where people bring you food in the theater. I don't like that. The food's usually not worth it anyways. But I'm down with being able to get burgers and wings and a bit more from your food, almost like sports venue food. But I'm still a big fan of sitting in a seat with popcorn and soda, maybe some candy, and enjoying a movie with 150 plus people. Like that is what I like to do. I've always enjoyed that, from comedies to horrors to the comic book movies of today. That's my movie experience, and I'm willing to compromise with some of that, but dear God, the idea of just 50 people to a room because it's just that premium, and that's the only people that are willing to pay for it, and not only that, but we've discussed as well as how lack of box office money affects production quality, value, size for future projects. We've discussed, and history's already shown through Netflix's issues to Warner Brothers, HBO Max ordeal, Disney Plus cutting down a crap ton of content. We've seen that model isn't sustainable for the quality and quantity that we've come to expect from the divisions between TV and Hollywood movies, because people go and pay more for the theater experience. And then the other key to this, the one last thing that for some reason people keep forgetting, that there's no home video sales anymore. Like that thing that used to give so many movies another chance. Matt Damon mentioned this on Hot Ones not too long ago, late last year, mid last year, that home video sales and rentals used to be lifeblood for a lot of films, and give the rise to what they call cult classics. That doesn't happen anymore, because of the streaming effect, because of our consumption methods. And again, I can hear people, oh, why are you simping for these billionaire companies? I'm not. I want to be entertained. I want to watch a movie, a show, have it be of increasing quality as time goes on, and I can't do that if people aren't willing to understand the money connection between making content and consuming content. Like, I want to go to the theater with all of you, not just some of you.
You know the thing I'll say though, as this for right now, this is good for Cinemark, because I know like large metropolitan areas have a mixture of those theaters. So people will just go like, fine, we'll just go to Regal then.
Yeah.
And so for now, Regal could just be putting their thumbs up and going, yeah, do that. And we're gonna actually advertise that we don't do that stupid thing. And this could actually work out for them better. you know? And
Cinemark doesn't own Regal. That's
Cineworld. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I was trying to look this up the whole part of the whole time, but then I got on my rant and I got slowed down.
No, you're right. It is Cineworld. Yeah, Cineworld. It's just like you're complicating something that people are already thinking about whether to do yes or no, and sometimes it's on the brink of yes or no, and now you're making it very easy to say no. At least for at least there, at least for them. Yeah, but luckily we still have other theater chains who haven't even considered this, and so hopefully it stays that way. But
look for, if not this, look for that increase in premium experience, increased costs, and a decrease.
I mean, they've already
got to make the money up somehow.
Regal, the thing that Regal does really well is that it offers you the choice of which one do you want.
Damn, sorry guys.
especially in their bigger theaters, they have, it's like, we're like, where do you want to watch it in? We have it for you.
Yeah.
So do you want the premium experience? We have it. Do you just want the regular old school theater experience? We have that too, and everything in between. So yeah, I hope
they can maintain that. I really do.
I mean, it's gonna be the best way to do it, just because of the fact that you do have different people for different movies. And I'll recommend movies in different formats, like a Jungle Cruise.
Oh yeah,
and a Jungle Cruise, I will always vouch for it to be like on a 40x. A film like an indie film, go watch that on a regular screen. Nobody needs anything special. If you want like a Top Gun
or a comedy or something like that on a regular screen.
Yeah, so all of those kind of things, like and everything in between. Which movie, like a Fast X, probably an IMAX. Quantumania, somewhere between. It depends. Actually, that one could be a choice. Whether that could be fun in 4DX. That could also just be fun to do in IMAX, just because you're in the quantum realm and you kind of want to be a little bit bigger than usual. So, as a connoisseur of films and going to the movies, I got y'all. So it's just fun. I enjoy it. I hope I never change. And I mean, movies, man. It's my outlet. We don't have that issue. We don't have that issue too much in Fresno. People in Fresno go to the theaters.
Yeah, my theater is pretty sad. The theater market is suffering. So it's really just, it's great to hear Manny's stories, but it sucks here, man, because that consumption methods, you know? Huh? What?
It could be a little bit demoralizing, I guess. It could suck to like get there and it's like, oh, there's not that many people here.
Yeah. It does on multiple levels. One, it lessens the experience when there's not as many laughs, not as many gasps, and not as many cheers. I couldn't think of another rhyme there, but yeah, it is. It sucks. It's like my area doesn't get out for anything, not even like I said, the sequel to a big cultural movement, all the curiosity as to who's going to be in the suit, how are they going to handle T'Challa, like all of that's building up into it. But you get a full theater for Megan. So.
Yeah, we did, and it was nice because so it was that movie, and I forgot which other one that all of a sudden I think I was talking to my buddy about it yesterday. All of a sudden, I don't think Disney's so crazy for making a TikTok feel movie. I'm just like, I was like,
we've had that.
I was like, okay, maybe that's not a bad idea. It's a different day and age, and maybe that works. And if you're gonna try it with something, sure, try it with the Disney movie. We could just bash on them some more. Yeah, but I mean, we're trying here, man. AMC's we're trying to get people to the theater. AMC's saying no thank you. Like I said, I don't get paid for it, but I'm gonna tell y'all, you can go to a Regal theater.
Yeah. and again, it's a real what's the word I'm looking for?
First world problem?
Yeah. and we're never telling anyone to spend money they don't have. It's really those that were or would be willing to spend, could spend, say they like a property, say they want to support a property, but then don't donate anything more than their monthly subscription service to that property. It just doesn't math. I had this conversation on Twitter. It was ridiculous. They were one of those Game Pass wins type thing, about how great of an idea Game Pass is. And I simply said, it's funny that you guys can still be supporting this model when the service has missed subscriptions 2 years in a row, and you look at the state of entertainment streaming. And they were like, those are not the same things whatsoever. I was like, they absolutely are. It's more content for less money. Instead of you buying 4 or 5 games a year, you are paying the price of maybe 2 games a year and getting hundreds. It is great for you, the consumer. It is awful for business that is in the business of making games. So that then you have to look at all the things they'll do, loot boxes and games as a service for everything from racing to platforming. And they just couldn't comprehend how it's the same. It doesn't math. You don't get more for less like this. It doesn't work that way.
I'll be honest, I hate Game Pass because sometimes they'll take games off, and then I'm looking for it, and I'm just like,
you don't have it anymore.
I don't have it anymore, and then I have to go out, and then I go out and buy it because I just don't want to play it. But that's one of the reasons I personally hate Game Pass. I also hate, and unfortunately I've done this a couple of times on my Switch, but I hate buying digital games. Absolutely hate it. Yeah. Like not like just downloading the game. Instead of like having a physical copy. It's the dumbest thing ever. Because there's no way to securely say that I actually own the game. So I
mean, these days, sort of by having a hard drive that you're willing to install, save the game data, and then uninstall and store the hard drive. But yeah, no, that's That's ridiculousness, because all they got to do is stop supporting the store for that, and even things that maybe you wanted to buy or that you lose because the hard drive does fail. You might not be able to back up. So anyways, good show back after a few days off. Get a good rant, and you guys got some early insights to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Jonathan Majors is gonna mess them up.
What's that?
Jonathan Majors is gonna mess them up. That guy.
Nice.
That guy is. If you want to preview what he's gonna do to them, Creed 3 is actually out. Just
Creed 3. All right, you guys can find stories like these and more over at lrmonline.com. Celebrity interviews, written reviews, news and rumors, opinion pieces. All of our podcasts, like the Daily Cog, Breaking Geek Radio, the Cantina, AVR, all go up on your favorite podcast apps. Interact, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, a down, or a review, and of course, all of the podcasts are available on YouTube and video format, as well as AVR Squared anime reactions, Genreverse trailer reactions, and more. So check it out, subscribe. It's a lot of fun. That's Wikipedia. I gotta make sure I edit that. It was my town. And why is it not clicking over? There you go. All right, guys. Told you. Bit flustered. Hopefully things will be better tomorrow or the next time you see us. Bye.